Hello and welcome back. Kind of forgotten where I got to now. It's been a few days since I've recorded. As is often the case, I tend to record in bulk. That's just the sound of my keyboard being positioned correctly. Right, what am I doing? Where am I going? Oh yeah, I've got to go into the base of the building further south. And there's a couple of stashes there as well, so right, let's do that. Ah, it's just Garnos. Kind of like the lost souls of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, really. It's quite confusing because yesterday I was playing off camera some OGSE 1.8 for Clear Sky, which I did a video on actually ages ago. And so I'm a bit confused now, having played two different games in the same area. Right, let's sort this radiation out. Take off the artifacts that are going to give me the electrical problems. Which I think that one is. Yeah, the sparkler. And the flash to a lesser degree. I think this area is highly irradiated, so I better load up. But I am going to keep both the healing artifacts on just to try and help slow down the health loss. Right, I think that's about as good as I can do. This one will help with electricity should I walk into it. Probably find some artifacts around here. And some other bits and bobs. Ooh, that's a spring. Is that going to be bullet protection? I forget what that does. Impact and rupture, but quite good though. According to the opinion of some researchers, theorists, this artifact is a hybrid between the battery and the shell. That's it, yeah. It's quite an attractive artifact to watch, quite an interesting one. I'm yabbering away and I suddenly realise that I'm highly irradiated. Now, I don't think you can get up to the very top, or at least you can't normally. Yeah, I like the spring, the way it sort of opens up and stretches out. It's quite good, actually. Now, is there a way to get up to the very top? I don't think there is. Didn't notice it anyway. I'd like to be able to get up to the top if I could, just to say I've done it. But I don't think you can. Right, there's an artifact in the building. Sorry, a stash in the building. Now, I don't know why, I'm thinking there might be one over here, but that's probably my coloured memory. Right, I think whoever's in there knows we're here. Is it probably the military, I guess? Right, let's make a quick save. And take some of these off. Now I'm getting to the stage where I'm struggling to find enough room to put on all the artifacts that I want to use. In fact, I am struggling now. Oh, I just suddenly saw this flashlight. Let's get the right ammunition on. Last thing I want is that thing running around after me. That was intentional. I was hoping to rebound it off the wall there and kind of aim for this area. Oh, I must have got one. Well, that was really close. That guy may have died from bleeding, I don't know. I know I certainly nearly did. Oh, it's a zombie, I wondered what that was. Now, sometimes you find a suit in here, I think. Ah, anomalous bolt. Right. Doesn't look to be the case here. Certainly less out in the open here than I thought there would be. Ah, that's a AR-15. I may have even put this here before, I just can't remember doing it. I'm not sure if I've actually been into this section before in this mod, I can't remember. But I will take that ammunition though. Grab the ammunition from the AR-15, may as well. Yeah, sometimes it's really confusing. You've recorded, and then you may have edited, and then you may have stopped editing and then gone to bed, and then you carry on editing in the morning or sometime the next day, and you think, God, this book looks familiar. Have I uploaded this? You know, start to get a bit confused. Get a real sense of deja vu sometimes when recording and editing. Can you get in there via this way? Normally you can't. You can only go, yeah, up so far. Thing is, if I fall off it, I'm probably going to die, so I'm not going to bother. That sounds pretty close. Sounds very close, actually. I'm starting to think I shouldn't have picked that up. I just about reacted in time. Ah, zombie. Well, I think I'll let him be because he's not bothering me. If you can hear a noise in the background, then it's the rain. It's really coming down hard against the window. I don't think there's much I can do about that. My God, that is bright. Oh, that's the grenade. Wonder what it was. I should add that I'm playing this on veteran just temporarily to see how the balancing goes. I found the enemies a bit spongy some of the time on master. I don't tend to play a game to say I can play it on the hardest setting. It has to be... I'll play any game on any setting providing it's balanced. But if it starts to sort of become unbalanced and feel a bit cheap, just a bit silly really how things go, then you know, you've got to pump in multiple rounds at close range to the head or something, then I'll drop it down. But this seems to be nicely balanced, but we'll see how it goes. I might go back to master. I do need to factor in that sometimes I record late at night and I'm not going to be at my freshest. So that's my problem. Something I hadn't factored in actually when I was voicing my opinion about the balancing. Some of the time anyway. And in other news, my internet connection is down, so I'm kind of not forced into recording. I'm forced into death through my lack of reactions, but it's a good excuse to record when your internet connection's down, because there's not much you can do without your internet connection these days. Right, so let's load where I got to last time. It's a bit more like it. That's the reactions I used to have. More assertive gunplay. It's hard to replicate all the time. Right, there's probably a stash up there, I'm thinking. If not, it's below me. Could be above me. Ah, right, this is blocked off. That's interesting. Rocket launcher, but there's no way I'm going to be able to lift that and carry it, so... I'd like to fire one, maybe later on in the game, but not now. So yes, if you can navigate that awkward kind of jump, then you can get up here and go through here. Ah, that's where the stash is then. Ooh. That's a S.T.A.L.K.E.R 12K, is it? Right, so that's not quite as good as what I'm carrying, I think. I'll drop that then. Toolkit that's nearly knackered, although that's not what I picked up. I think it was just the I kind of forgot what it was. It was S.T.A.L.K.E.R and something else. No doubt I'll see it when I go back to edit the video. What's this? Handheld radio. Oh, I'll drop that. The other one. I think it was just some shells or something. I think actually I'll just drop them because I don't need quite that number of shells. Let's just drop. Yeah, I've got 100, that's plenty. For most situations anyway. Right, so I think there's one stash left in this area before I go into the laboratory area. Now, I have got up there before, but I don't see me doing it this time. Alright, that was really easy. I thought it was going to be super hard. Come on, get up there. What is occurring here? Just doesn't seem to want to let me walk through here or crouch through here. Looks like ammunition for something that I don't need. I think it's ammunition for one of the rifles that I used earlier on in the game. So I'll just ignore that for now. Yeah, there's one stash. Oh, that's the one in that... Yeah, I've already seen that stash, but I haven't taken everything out of it, so that's fine. Right, well, without further ado, let's go into the next area. Certainly a much quieter area than I expected. Right, new task, find the documents in X-18. Make your way into the underground lab. And here we go.